Welcome to episode 25. So if you go back to episode 15, around the 6-minute mark I think, and you look at my gas tube, you'll see that I had a super sharp 45-degree angle right there, and then I had another step down that was pretty tight. So the first time I actually tried to put fuel in it, it actually overflowed with just a can with gravity. So I've tried to fix that with a piece of muffler tube. Now, if I wasn't stubborn, I probably just would have used that clear hose that everybody else uses with great success, but I'm too stubborn to do that. So try it again, version 2. Hopefully this flows a little faster. I'm going to keep the rollover valve too. That probably doesn't help, but if I can keep that and have it flow okay, I will. So I just took that piece, and because I had it all the design done, I made this little jig out of wood that I could set it in and weld it back where it was. I got my door hinges all tore apart. I'm gonna put new pins and springs. There's that stuff. They weren't terrible, but they weren't so great. And I'm gonna fill in that trim ring that goes around the outside with those drilled holes. I'm gonna fill those in. I'm not gonna go. I've only got one of those trim pieces and it's not in good shape, and I'm not a huge fan of that anyway. Still figuring out where I want to put my armrests. I got my new tank in there, and I will show you why I had to change the tank in a second. But it's just a lot of boring odds and ends. Got the rest of my stuff mounted back there. Now I just gotta fix up all the wires. And just not a lot to show, just a lot of little. I got a whole list of odds and ends, and now the weather's starting to get nice. I'm starting to see motorcycles on the road, and I know it's not going to be long. I'm really going to want to be driving it, so I need to keep going on it, get her wrapped up. So we'll get this gas tube in, go and buy some gas, and hopefully it fits in there and works a lot better this time. I'll show you that tank. So there's where the tank was leaking. Just this little flange where it bends back up was just rusty. See, it's just rusty, and it just that one spot. The rest of the tank's in pretty good shape, so oh well, it happens. So it's springtime, Michigan, and the truck's not ready. Shocker, I know. Couldn't believe it myself. Anyway, here's a little update where I'm at. I think I'm just gonna make an episode and call it good. Got my door hinges all rebuilt, new pins, new bushings. Also added a grease zerk so you can grease the pins. I just drilled a hole, not in line with the pin, but over just enough that it would intersect, and tapped 1/827 MPT, put a right angle fitting in there. So when the door's open, that's what you see, and you can get a grease gun down there, shoot a little grease in there. So, and new springs also. So even if you're just doing a rebuild on a Ford truck, if you don't mind being a little non-original, you could do that. Probably didn't need to, probably overkill, but that's how I roll. So I've been running with scissors a lot lately, making these templates, and those are to cover all the ugly Crown Vic stuff. So I got my heater controls mounted, a power plug for my phone, the onboard diagnostics plug, some speakers, place where the heater can come out down underneath. Doesn't interfere with the glove box, and which of this metal you're looking at is the roof off the Vic. It's all being cut up and repurposed. So yeah, I mean, they're not great, but they give places to mount stuff. They cover up something that's uglier. They just seem to take forever for me. I'm putting in some courtesy lights down on the floor because I don't have enough other things to do. So that's what I've been spending my time doing. That's the one that's supposed to go around the steering wheel opening. That one started there. I've had my sun visors recovered. I outsourced that, had that done. I'll have to show those to you at some point. I've got my hood release mounted down below. I've covered up that wire. I changed that one down there. So yeah, it's just consumes a lot of time doing that stuff. But it's getting there. I'm happy with how it's coming out. And I knew that when I started I'd done enough research that when I started, I knew that that's what I was gonna be winding up with. I haven't figured out the dash, exactly what I'm doing up here. I have this piece that I traded for that was already pretty ruined, and I had to ruin it more to get the gauges that were in there out, so I really wasn't wrecking something that was good. There's what's left of the roof skin of the Vic. The door, the rust repairs on the doors are all done. The bottom I had to replace quite a bit where the weather stripping held the moisture against it, and their doors are completely stripped off, ready for the rest of the paint to be removed. Gas tank's all back in, and I've had it running. We'll find out if the gas tube was a success or not. So yeah, that's about it. Just lots of time spent doing this. Odds and ends. It's the details that get you. New channel on YouTube, similar build, Chuck's Truck, father-son project. So that's awesome. 66, 65, somewhere in there on a 05 Grand Marquis, I think. So essentially, basically a very similar build, kind of used the firewall. So excited to see that truck come along. So if you like that project, he's a lot funnier than I am, so you'll probably enjoy his videos even more. So yeah, I think I'm gonna throw this up there and call it an episode. And it's not a lot, I know, but it is a lot of time. So thanks for watching.